There is a $1 powder available at every grocery store in America right now that permanently eliminates every single bed bug in your home, including the eggs, not repels them, not slows them down, permanently destroys the entire infestation down to the last egg. The pest control industry charges between $500 and $5,000 for a professional bedbug treatment. The active ingredient in every single one of those treatments costs $1. This powder was documented by the United States Army in 1943, used by field medics in World War II barracks across the Pacific Theater, and deliberately buried by the pest control industry for 80 years because a permanent $1 solution destroys their entire business model. This is the story of Diatomaceous Earth, the bedbug killer that the military trusted and the pest industry buried. To understand why this powder works at a level no chemical can match, you need to travel back 4,000 years to ancient China. Farmers in the Yangtze River Valley discovered that a fine white powder found near certain dry lake beds kept stored grain completely free of insects. Weevils, beetles, and mites that destroyed neighboring grain stores never touched the powder-protected supplies. Chinese agricultural texts dating back to 2000 BC reference this mineral grain protection method. The powder was collected from dried lake beds, where microscopic aquatic organisms called diatoms had fossilized over millions of years into razor-sharp silica crystals. By the 1st century AD, Roman grain merchants along the Tiber River were using similar mineral powders to protect massive grain shipments traveling across the Mediterranean. Supply records from the Roman port of Ostia reference mineral dust treatments applied to grain storage vessels before loading. Ships protected with these mineral dusts arrived in North Africa and Gaul with intact grain stores, while untreated ships suffered catastrophic insect losses. In 1836, a German geologist named Peter Kasten discovered massive fossilized diatom deposits in the Lüneburg region of northern Germany. He documented the insecticidal properties in a paper published in the Journal of Natural Sciences in 1837. American farmers began mining similar deposits along the Chesapeake Bay region in the 1870s and applying the powder to barns, grain stores, and livestock bedding. By 1900, Diatomaceous Earth was being sold in agricultural supply catalogs across the American Midwest as a natural insect control powder. When World War II began, bedbugs became a serious military problem. Soldiers sleeping in barracks, tents, and captured buildings across North Africa, Italy, and the Pacific Islands faced constant bedbug infestations that disrupted sleep and lowered combat readiness. The War Department ordered field testing of 35 different insect control compounds at Fort Detrick, Maryland in 1942. Diatomaceous Earth outperformed every synthetic chemical compound tested. Field medics began dusting entire barracks with the powder before troop occupation. Military supply records from 1943 through 1945 document Diatomaceous Earth requisitions across all 3 major theaters of war. Here is exactly why Diatomaceous Earth kills bedbugs when nothing else can, and why the pest control industry has spent 80 years making sure you never understand this chemistry. Each grain of Diatomaceous Earth powder is made up of millions of fossilized diatom shells. Under a microscope, these shells look like tiny glass cylinders covered in razor-sharp edges and microscopic spikes. To the human eye, and touch the powder feels as soft as baby powder. But to an insect with an exoskeleton measuring less than 1 millimeter thick, the powder is absolutely lethal. Bedbugs survive by maintaining a waxy protective coating on their exoskeleton that prevents moisture loss. This waxy layer is their only defense against dehydration. When a bedbug walks across a surface dusted with diatomaceous earth, the microscopic razor-sharp diatom particles slice through that protective wax coating at dozens of contact points simultaneously. The bedbug cannot feel this happening. It continues moving normally. But within 24 to 48 hours, the damaged exoskeleton begins losing moisture at a catastrophic rate. The bedbug dehydrates from the inside out and dies. More critically, diatomaceous earth destroys bedbug eggs. Chemical pesticides cannot penetrate bedbug eggs because the eggshell provides complete chemical resistance. This is why professional chemical treatments always require multiple visits. The eggs survive the first treatment and hatch into a new generation. Diatomaceous earth physically damages the eggshell surface and prevents the developing nymph inside from maintaining the moisture levels required for survival. Eggs exposed to diatomaceous earth have a 95% non-hatch rate within 7 days. Bedbugs have developed genetic resistance to over 300 synthetic chemical pesticides since 1950. Studies published in the Journal of Medical Entomology documented complete resistance to pyrethroid chemicals, the primary ingredient in professional treatments, in bedbug populations across 28 American cities by 2018. Diatomaceous earth cannot be resisted. You cannot genetically evolve resistance to being physically cut apart at the molecular level. The mechanism of action is purely mechanical, not chemical. Every generation of bedbug is equally vulnerable. In 1948, the American pest control industry faced a critical decision. Synthetic chemical pesticides like DDT and chlordane had just been commercialized, and pest control companies were building entire business empires around recurring chemical treatments. A $1 permanent powder that any homeowner could apply themselves was not a business opportunity. It was an existential threat. Consider these numbers. The American bedbug treatment industry alone generates over $651 million in annual revenue. The average professional bedbug treatment costs between $1,500 and $5,000 per home. Most professional treatments require 3 to 4 visits over 6 to 8 weeks. Over the average infestation cycle, an American family spends between $3,000 and $8,000 on professional bedbug elimination. Diatomaceous earth costs $8 for a 4-pound bag that treats an entire home permanently. The chemical resistance crisis that hit the pest control industry in the 2000s was not accidental. Decades of overusing synthetic pyrethroids created chemically resistant bedbug superpopulations in major American cities. New York, Chicago, Los Angeles, and Cincinnati all reported complete treatment failures with standard chemical protocols by 2010. The industry response was not to recommend diatomaceous earth. The industry response was to develop newer, more expensive chemical compounds and heat treatment services costing up to $10,000 per home. Pull up the ingredient list on any professional bedbug treatment product and you will find synthetic pyrethroids listed as the active ingredient. Then search the professional pest control industry technical manuals. Buried in Section 7 of most Exterminator training guides, you will find a single paragraph acknowledging that diatomaceous earth is, quote, an effective mechanical insecticide for crawling insects. One paragraph. 80 years of documented effectiveness reduced to a footnote buried inside a training manual that homeowners never see. Here is exactly what to buy and exactly what to do. Go to any Walmart, Home Depot, Target, or search Amazon and purchase food-grade diatomaceous earth powder. The most common brand is Harris Diatomaceous Earth. A 4-pound bag costs between $8 and $12 and is enough to treat an entire home completely. Make absolutely certain you purchase food-grade diatomaceous earth. Pool-grade diatomaceous earth has been chemically treated and is dangerous to inhale. Food grade is completely safe for humans and pets. Step 1. Strip and inspect. Remove all bedding, pillowcases, and mattress covers. Wash everything in hot water above 120 degrees Fahrenheit and dry on the highest heat setting for 90 minutes. While bedding is washing, examine every seam, fold, and tag on your mattress with a flashlight. Look for small brown insects, tiny white eggs, or rust-colored staining from bedbug excrement. Step 2. Apply to mattress. Using a powder duster or simply a spoon, apply a thin, even layer of diatomaceous earth powder along every seam of your mattress. Apply along the top edge seam, the bottom edge seam, and every stitched seam on the mattress surface. You do not need thick piles of powder. A thin dusting that lightly coats the surface is sufficient and more effective than heavy application. Step 3. Treat the bed frame. Disassemble your bed frame completely. Apply diatomaceous earth powder inside every joint, every screw hole, every crack and crevice in the frame. Bed bugs shelter in these locations during daylight hours. Coat every surface where two pieces of wood or metal meet. Apply powder to the floor directly under and around all four legs of the bed frame. Step 4. Treat baseboards and outlets. Apply a thin line of diatomaceous earth powder along every baseboard in the bedroom. Apply powder inside every electrical outlet cover plate on bedroom walls. Apply powder inside closet door tracks and along closet baseboards. Bedbugs travel along walls and baseboards. This creates a perimeter barrier they cannot cross without contacting the powder. Step 5. Leave undisturbed. Leave the diatomaceous earth in place for a minimum of 7 days without disturbing it. The powder works through physical contact over time. Vacuuming prematurely removes the treatment before it achieves full effectiveness. After 7 days, vacuum thoroughly, reapply fresh powder, and repeat the 7-day cycle for 1 full month. Visual, timeline graphic. Timeline, day 1 to 3. Active bedbugs begin dying as they contact powder. Day 4 to 7, population visibly reduced. Day 8 to 14, second-generation nymphs hatching from eggs contact powder and die. Day 15 to 30, complete elimination of all life stages. 1 full treatment cycle, no return visits, no recurring chemical exposure, no $5,000 invoice. Chinese farmers protected their grain from insects with this powder 4,000 years ago. Roman merchants protected Mediterranean shipping with mineral dust 2,000 years ago. American frontier farmers applied it to every barn and grain store across the Midwest 150 years ago. World War II field medics dusted entire military barracks with it 80 years ago. $651 million in annual bedbug treatment revenue depends on you believing that bedbugs require professional chemical intervention. Thousands of dollars in recurring treatment invoices depend on you never learning that bedbugs cannot develop resistance to a powder that kills them through pure physical mechanics. An $8 bag of food-grade diatomaceous earth at your local Walmart contains the same elimination power that the United States military trusted in every theater of World War II. The powder did not stop working. The industry just stopped telling you it existed. If this video saved you $3,000 today, subscribe and share this with every homeowner you know. The next vault opens soon, and what is buried inside will make your health insurance company very uncomfortable.